I'm Daniellecheche, and today we're going to talk about bulls, bears, and candlestick patterns. Let's dive in. So, candlestick charts are used frequently among day traders. I prefer Heiken-Ashi sticks because they take the average of traditional candlesticks. Wicks are the highs and the lows. The chunky base is where the security opened versus closed, and the color is the direction in which it moved. So here, since it's green, this would be the high and the close price, and then this would be the low and the open price. And since this one is red, this is the high and open price, and this is the low and close price. Sometimes if the open and close price are basically the same, they won't have a chunky middle and it will just look like a cross. This is called a doji. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Other times the close or open will be the high or low, so it won't have any wicks, it'll just have the chunky base. This is called a Maribozu. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This brings us to candlestick patterns. But first, let's talk about bullish versus bearish. Just know that bullish means the price is going up, while bearish means the price is going down. Just think of charging bull on Wall Street. They wouldn't put that out to signify a losing market, right? That would be the worst. Okay, let's talk about candlestick patterns. This is going to be a lot, so bear with me. Stupid. First, we have the hammer and the inverted hammer. Both are bullish patterns.
As you can see, the security was in a downtrend and the hammer did in fact signify a price reversal. It's characterized by a short base and long lower wick, which means the security had a significant fall but at some point rallied and closed fairly close to the opening price. Again, the security was in a downtrend and the inverted hammer signified a price reversal. It's also characterized by a short base, but it has a long upper wick, which means the security had a pretty significant rise but at some point fell again and closed near the opening price.
You want to make sure that you look for a confirmation that the price is moving up or down before acting. If it does in fact start moving up, you want to make sure you put a stop loss around the bottom of the hammer. Hi, future Danielle again. Turns out I'm so bad at YouTube that I forgot to tell you to like and subscribe. I've heard it's pretty important. And now we're going to talk about the Dragonfly Doji. As I mentioned earlier, the open and close are the same on a Doji, but this one has a long lower wick. Long lower wick. These can also signify a price change, but again, you want to look for confirmation before acting. I mentioned Maribozu candlesticks earlier. They're powerful confirmation tools. A green one means that the asset has continued on its path without falling, while a red one means that it's fallen without rising. A Maribozu candlestick with high volume is very indicative of the path that asset will continue on. The next one that could be bullish or bearish is the spinning top. This is a short body with two long wicks. This showed that both buyers and sellers push the price, which is a sign of indecision and more sideways movement could follow. The first bullish candlestick pattern is the hanging man. It's similar to the hammer, but it signifies the price dropping. The shooting star is similar to the inverted hammer, but again, signifies the price dropping. And the gravestone doji is the antithesis of the dragonfly doji. And on to the next two patterns. And here's the kicker. No, that's not a joke, that's what it's called. Dad jokes for days! Anyway, there are bullish and bearish kickers. They're sharp, drastic changes in price direction, as seen here. They obviously indicate a change. Then we have engulfing patterns. These could be bullish or bearish. This is when the second candlestick engulfs the prior in whichever direction the price is moving. The harami is similar to the engulfing candlestick in that it's both bullish and bearish, and one candlestick engulfs the other. The difference of the harami is that the first candlestick engulfs the second. There's also the tweezer top and bottom. Bears, bottoms, tops? What are we talking about here? Candlesticks, of course. The tweezer top is when two candlesticks right next to each other have very similar highs. The tweezer low is when they have very similar lows. They can signal a change, but also occur so frequently that you want to make sure you look for a confirmation, as always. Next, we have the piercing line, which is a bullish reversal and is located at the bottom of a downtrend. It's a two-candle pattern, and the second bullish candle opens lower than the previous bearish candle. And my favorite, but only for the name because it's bearish, the dark cloud. It's when a big, ominous, bearish candle overtakes the preceding candle and is a harbinger of impending doom. Too dramatic? Okay. Closing of the second candle needs to be below the middle of the first candle, but not below its opening. It's a sign of a reversal and appears at the end of an uptrend. Reliability is higher if the volume also increases. Okay, time to talk about stars. All of these are 3 candles or more. We have the morning star, the morning doji star, the evening star, and the evening doji star. So many stars! So the morning star is bullish while the evening star is bearish. The morning star starts with a taller red candle followed by a smaller candle with long wicks, which signifies the indecision in the market before the turn, and it's then followed by a taller green candle when the market becomes bullish again. The evening star is the same but starts with the bullish candle and ends with the bearish candle. The morning doji star is the same as the morning star, and the evening doji star is the same as the evening star, except the middle candle is a doji instead of a smaller candle. Next are the 3 white soldiers and the 3 black crows. Some charts use white and black instead of green and red, which is where they got their name. This occurs when bears or bulls respectively overtake their counter 3 times in a row. Crows are bearish and the soldiers are bullish. We're so close to the end now, hang in there. Next is the 3-line strike, which consists of 3 bearish candles followed by a bullish candle. Then finally, 3 outside up and 3 outside down pattern. These are characterized by a candle of one color followed by 2 candles of another color. Okay, done with candle patterns. That was kind of a lot, right? I'm gonna leave you to absorb that for today. Don't forget to drink your water and take your vitamins. Love you, bye!